Quick video on fat adaptation diets for endurance athletes. So I'm interested to follow Steve Abraham on his 1-year time trial. He appears to be trying a diet of fat adaptation, so he's gone through a process of a number of weeks of restricting carbohydrates. He described it as eating a lot of vegetables, and there was some talk about oils with that as well. I think he's trying to reduce the amount of food that he has to eat on his 1-year time trial. The amount of food you have to eat and the time, the frequency that you have to eat food is a big consideration when you're trying to smash out as many miles as you possibly can in a day. So I was interested to see what that's all about. I came across Professor Tim Noakes. He's previously published books and studies about high carbohydrate diets. Apparently he turned himself diabetic and has done a complete U-turn and is now advocating low carb diets for endurance athletes on the basis that exactly what Steve Abraham's trying to do. You can eat less, you can basically sustain yourself for hours and hours and hours off stored energy. So I was very interested to figure out, is this going to work? What do you have to do? What's a practical example of how this works? So I was reading a few things. There's comments written, people were saying they were eating meals, for example, triple egg omelette with bacon fried in butter. Now, for someone who's vegan, that's wrong on many levels. Absolutely none of that is possible to eat on a vegan diet. So can you do a vegan diet and a low carb diet and sustain yourself? Is that possible? So a quick search online, I'm coming to the conclusion that no. How on earth are you going to sustain yourself off the following? Vegetables including tomatoes, onions, cauliflower, eggplant, bell peppers, broccoli, Brussels sprouts. How are you going to get enough calories off that? And that's to start. And then they go on to say other low carb vegan foods that you can do. Berries, strawberries, blueberries. You're going to have to eat a whole room full of those things to keep yourself going. Fatty fruits like avocados, fair enough. You can't really live off avocados though. It's just gonna. It's not appetizing. They're not easy to come by, and avocados are in every meal. Nuts and seeds, fair enough, but you're going to have to eat a hell of a lot of those. Soy, like tofu, tempeh. I don't like that kind of stuff really. Soybeans, not too bad, but tofu I'm not really a fan of. Legumes, so beans, chickpeas. How many chickpeas and onions and cauliflower, eggplant, broccoli, how much of that stuff are you going to have to eat in a day to actually keep yourself going? I think number one problem of people starting a vegan diet is that they won't eat enough. Because all the eggs and meat and dairy, that all goes, and you tend to eat more fruit and vegetables. It's very difficult to eat so many fruits and vegetables that you actually overeat. So the common problem of going vegan is that you don't eat enough. So if you're going to do vegan, low carb, what have we got here? Dark chocolate? Oil? You're going to have to end up frying dark chocolate in oil, mixing it with avocado, just to survive. I don't understand. Put a few strawberries on top apparently. I can't figure out how strawberries aren't carbohydrates though. It's just simple sugars in fruit, surely. So yeah, conclusion I'm coming to is a low carbohydrate fat adapted diet is not for vegans. No, I don't think so. If you can help me out, if you've got any ideas, if it is possible for a vegan to do that and I don't have to eat dark chocolate fried in oil, let me know.